This is a real actor's feast, is it not? This movie.
That's a good way to put it. That's a new spin on it, an actor's feast.
Not work, okay, work, challenge, all that kind of stuff, but more than anything else, yes, it was a fabulous meal to be invited to. Yeah.
Did you find playing the dodgy characters more interesting than the?
I would. There was I must say there was an added relish to them, because I always, like for example, Dr. Goose. There was almost an instinct I had that sooner or later he was going to redeem himself, and instead he just gets killed because he's such an evil, greedy punk. There was something that was quite. I dug into those with a particular kind of relish, because they weren't paying attention to the usual rules of either, not even just as bad guys. They just are people that you sort of recognize for the worst, most base aspects of their personality. Goose's case, he's just so greedy, and Dermot's case, he's just so violent. You rarely get to just go in one direction and take it as far as you can.
What about you, Halle? Which part did you find the most fun to play?
Of my characters, I love them all. I love the diversity of all of them. So to pick one over the other, I love Louisa Ray, of course. I thought she was maybe the closest to who I might really be, or who I'd like to think I am. But it was also great to, be a German Jewish woman in 1935, and then to play an Asian man in the future, and an old native where I know, my ancestry really started. So it was all, it would be hard to pick one that I loved more than the other.
Do you find that some of the underlying themes of this movie, such as karma and what you do in this lifetime affects the next one, and vice versa, do you find that to be a maxim that one could live with in this life?
I actually found the movie puts it in a vocabulary that had escaped me through all this time. It's a very kind of simple, and yet at the same time very profound concept that, hey, we're all connected throughout all eternity. Son Mi says it originally, and Susan as the abbess, she quotes it, and even Isaac Zach says it at some point in his theory of order out of chaos. And I think it's a definition of what humankind and human history is in fact all about. That something that happened a long time ago directly lines up with something that's happening right now.
Now, you both have at least one Academy Award. What is the impact of getting this award on one's life and career?
Well, for about 6 weeks, it's great. And then everybody forgets it. Then everybody thinks you won last year.
Yeah.
Don't you get that? Hey, great. When did you won that last year, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't know, 10 years ago. Yeah. For me, it was definitely a highlight. It was more important than me. I had a knowingness of that the moment I was up there out of my head. But you do, very shortly after, just go back to being regular old crackers and an actor just trying to work and do what you love to do and try to navigate your way, through the business, at least for me. But it's something I'm wildly proud of, and the good thing is nobody ever takes those little things away.
They don't.
It's mine forever. I don't care how many shit movies I've done since then. It's still mine, and you can't take it back.
That's right.
It's mine.
First of all, you can't find it because I hid mine in the house.
Mine is
so even if
too.
they come.
I don't even want anybody looking at mine.
What would happen if somebody stole it?
Oh, I'd kill.
I'd have them hunted down.
Is it difficult to work with more than one director?
No.
Not in this case.
They have a different style of working, but they were both. Everybody was just so welcoming. They were so happy to see us. They wanted to know what our thoughts were, and they wanted to see what we were going to bring to the set. That outside of a few, odds and ends as far as how they shoot the scenes, it was actually kind of like refreshing to be able to go back and forth.
Yeah. Actually,
just as they were getting sick of you,
you got to go.
You get to go to and then just as they got to you, came back.